Oh, this is a band called Washed Out. If you're into that whole 80s throwback kind of what would they call that whole genre of music? I never really got into it. That whole retro, what's it called? 80s electro pop or whatever it's called. This band is actually really good because they're so drowned out in atmospheric. They're actually bearable. But they're really beautiful. Some of the songs are really good. But not all of them. Kind of split with the whole electro pop thing. I think that it's just a terrible, terrible, terrible thing to abuse that genre because there's so many bands that did it really well when it first happened. And now it's just become another one of those, genres of music that just like they all sound the same. But I really like this band a lot. They're subdued. Not that my opinion matters, but that's what this is. This poem is called Love. It was written back in September 29th, 2004. There is no such thing. I've officially decided nothing substantial exists within the realm of tangible reality worthy of mentioning, for I have not experienced any such thing. So instead, I eat my jam and bread, and think of my favorite things, then hope for the best. Voices make sounds, resounding, affirming, and denying things that I need. When they will subside is unknown. The only thing certain is their intent is not one of nobility, but rather perhaps one of catastrophe, or maybe their purpose is perhaps one of balance. Perhaps their perspective is one of biased justice. Maybe they're fighting on my side. That's sloppy and are prone to friendly fire. So, bang, bang, they speak a single word inappropriately because their ego is of utmost importance. You have it bad when the voices in your head and around you look out for their best interest. And still love is lacking, forever lacking. Um, this poem is called Needles, written on the same day. Literally when in the notebook, like the black permanent magic marker from this one blend to the blue permanent magic marker of the next one. So they look like stonewashed jeans. Um, this is called Needles. Enter my body, fresh and new, pulse through me like fresh grass and dewdrops on fire piles, make ashes of the many miles of my flesh and bone. Biodegradable. Is it still recording? I just found a brown recluse. Yeah, they're dangerously valued. They eat muscle and tissue and shit. It's pretty disgusting. It's not so much that spiders frighten me and keep insects down, right? But God, poison. My body's kind of accustomed to that. Okay, we'll try this once again. Um, it's called Needles. Enter my body, fresh and new, pulse through me like fresh grass and dewdrops on fire piles. Make ashes of the many miles of my flesh and bone by biodegradable rubble of toil and bone, but without the bubbles. I lived behind iridescent, translucent transparencies, but my parents blame isolation on me, so I huffed and I puffed, sorted and I bluffed my way into blowing my own house down. Under gray clouds and soccer moms making their daily rounds, the grounds of misplaced blame, my house did not burn down because I was sleeping all day. The sun peeked through smoky avenues and knocked on my door with a familiar yet lost smile, awake now with a pleasant sound, a bowl of fruit loops. Than ordinarily a cigarette substitute for love, a nicotine hub. But instead, a rush of adrenaline, kind of like needle piercing skin. This had to be sin, black and blue blending in. My interior became the exterior. The flames was what I was living in. Was living in, trapped in the flames. What I was living then, trapped in my carbonated oxygen fueled deluge of fiery torment flames, licking my skin like peppermint, red and white, swirling light. My house was burning down. You could do nothing to stop it except preserve life. Cats, cars, keys, and the please don't let this be happening to me, and only three survived that day. I tasted the rainbow that day, my solid white cat skittles, perished from smoke inhaled blaze, and became a needle in a haystack, a scorched carcass at the end of a hellish maze. And it amazes me to this very day the turns my life took directly after this dismay. Days flooded nights that overwhelmed days that, with much needed decay, or so it seemed. Then and now, just under the skin, I push needle in and remember that infrared fragment of undeserved human consequence. Destruction of life as I knew it. My house burned down after a party. Christmas time. Blah blah blah. It's actually kind of cool to watch to watch all of your electronics like merge into one just plastic ball. So I paid how much for that again? Yeah, fire.